Well, in case those of you who listen to these recordings haven't figured it out, I never write anything down. I never plan anything out. I just look around, think around. Think around, that's a big thing. Think around. Rummage through the memory. Dig into that pile. What's in there? What am I going to dig out this time? You don't always need to dig out. You can just make an observation. So tonight, on this February 20, what is it? I don't know, 20th or 21st, whatever. About 9 days before this 13 years of VZ existence is coming to its final end, because the landlord has sold the property to a fairly ambitious young woman. Attractive young woman. She's probably in her, I don't know, mid-30s. She's been running around here trying to organize things, even though she's not supposed to be on the property until we're out of here. She's been running around here for a couple weeks. She already cut down the tree in front of my house. I can see clearly now, the tree is gone. And there was this, we used to call it the helmet. Big bushy tree. And I joke about it being that Mr. Miyagi tree. What do they call those? A little tree you're supposed to train and trim and train and trim and train and trim. This thing was 10 feet across and 10 feet high. Just a big ball of tree. Blocked most of the view of everybody that walked by or everybody that lived across the street. And for a long time I thought, yeah, it provides a little privacy. But now that it's gone, I can see clearly now, the tree is gone. It does feel good. I feel like I've been liberated from the tree. And the weird thing is, as I clean out the apartment, as I remove the collections of this and that from 13 years of existence here, and you have to remember, a teacher, a lot of people don't get this. People who aren't teachers don't get this, and people who don't know teachers don't get this. When you're a teacher, whew, you don't have time to think about anything else. For 9 months, it's go, 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 go. And they say, everybody needs sleep. Well, teachers don't. You go to quote unquote sleep, and you know what you're doing while you're sleeping? You're dreaming of lesson plans and props. And you're trying to remember where you put all the things for that certain physics experiment or that chemistry lab. So when you have a spare moment, you collect things and you forget about them. And man, looking through the house and digging all this stuff out, and putting it out in the alley. Now, see here, if you're listening to this and you have not lived in a beach community like ours with alleys, you do not know about the policy. The agreement. You see, we have an agreement. There is a policy, we have an agreement. That if we put something out in the alley, somebody comes by and takes it. So let's say you have a set of pans that you don't like. You got some new pans. You went to Costco and bought some stainless steel. Now you're going to put your, I don't know, what do they call that stuff? Teflon stuff, whatever. Before you discovered olive oil, you used to use Teflon. And you put that out in the alley. Well, the agreement is that somebody will come by and take that stuff within a few minutes. And that has worked very well. For the 13 years I've been living here, and for the 5 years I lived closer to the beach, actually on the beach, you put something in the alley, gone, within minutes. Now, I don't know what they did. Somebody changed the rules, and now you can put stuff in the alley and it doesn't go away at all. They start ticketing people for picking up good stuff. I put a bunch of good stuff out there today. It's all still there. Apparently somebody has changed the rules. That's a little sad. I used to think of it as, if I put stuff that I found useful at one point in time in my life out in the alley, maybe somebody else would find it useful, at least for a while. Or somebody who went through alleys collecting things so that they could sell them at the swap meet and make enough money to support their family would find it a good find. But somebody has changed the rules. But all those rules no longer matter. I'm 8 to 9 days before being, well, I say forced. Well, they say forced to move from my home of 13 years here, leaving community that I came to love and the neighbors I came to love. And we're all going to disperse and go in our separate directions. And, yeah, we'll call once in a while. You know how that goes. Until we don't. But for tonight, oh, it's, I don't know what time it is. 11:30 something. Cool, clear February night. And after the coldest fucking winter I've ever experienced down here in my 19 years, whatever it is, 17, whatever, math, okay. So, anyway, it's finally a little warm. And I think it's because we got, ironically, and I say ironically because I lived up in San Bernardino, which is closer to Santa Ana than this is, but I think we got some Santa Ana winds that are bringing in some warm airflow, weather, wind. I'm sitting outside at 11:30 at night in a t-shirt. And I'm not freezing to death, as I have for the past at least a month. Man, low 40s for a month in San Diego. I mean, what the fuck? Who shifted? Who traded South Dakota for San Diego? I'm not. Anyway, it's pretty comfortable out here tonight. So I thought I'd come out and have a smoke, which I'm doing. If I can find my smokes. And just think for a moment. What's 13 times 365? Oh, it's big. It's a big number. I got a degree in physics and math. And I don't want to do that math right now, but it's a bunch. Lots of nights, lots of days. Lots of good times had down here. I'm sitting in the front yard where most of those good times were had. And I'm trying to light a cigarette in the wind. Not working. There we go. Got it. Fuck you, wind. But it's good to spend the final few moments in this space. Beautiful little neighborhood. And you can look at the plants and the trees and architecture, and it's nothing special about the architecture, you know, and then plants and trees are what they are, but you know, you put it all together, and then you add the magic, the people. This place has something that will persist. And I'm afraid it will all be erased by this ambitious young woman who came in here and bought these places and is moving us elsewhere. She wants to homogenize, generalize. She wants to make this look like every other high-tech recent development down here. Oh, the whole front of the building is going to be glass. We're going to have the entrances on the side. Yeah, we're going to have fireplaces. And you walk through the door and you see the fireplace. And then the kitchen. We'll have... I made the mistake of letting her into my place. Even though legally she's not supposed to be in here, and she's already got workers out here cutting trees down and stuff. She's not supposed to be here at all. But we're easy going. We don't care much, you know. Well, we do, but we don't. They cut down that big old fucking round tree in front of my house. 10 by 10. I tried to cut a piece out of it one time just so we could get by it, get to our houses, walk around the walkway. Took me forever. Then it took 4 professional tree dudes like a week to cut it down. It was so thick. And they found animals living in it. Beer cans from the 40s. But it is a good neighborhood, and it was a good existence. And these were some of the best people I've ever known. And you never know. You look back on that day, that dying day, and you go, somebody asked you, Do you remember the best times in your life? Do you remember when it was? What was the high point? Well, if you ask me now, or yesterday, but we're moving on. Fortunately for me, I've moved a lot. I've lived in a few places around the world. So moving is not a shock like it would be for some people. Can you imagine if you're a person who has never traveled, you lived in one place your whole life, like my upstairs neighbor, Renee. Oh, she's tough. 77, but she's tough. She grew up down here. They used to have a dock on the bay over here, like, 100 yards away. They had a dock. They had a house on the bay. She grew up down here. She's always lived down here. And now she has to move away. So whatever inconvenience I'm experiencing, oh man, can you imagine? Can you imagine the trauma, the emotional trauma of someone who grew up down here, spent her whole life here, has always lived here, has now been priced out of the market because of the money printers that have tripled the rent prices and the real estate prices. The money printers. Do the research yourself. She has to move away. Oh, shit. That makes it easy for me. I mean, it was already easy for me. I'm used to moving. I mean, I dug in here for 13 years, longest period of time I've ever lived in one place in my life. And longest time I've had a group of friends and neighbors. And so that's tough to leave. But imagine leaving 77 years of being in the same place because of the money printers that tripled the rent and tripled the prices of real estate here. Well, quadrupled, quintupled. I could have bought a house here in 2000 for $350,000. Today it sells for $2.1 million. So we all move on. And she's tough. My neighbor, I hope I didn't already mention her name. I don't want to mention any names in this. She's tough. She's sucking it up, even though she has to leave her home 77 fucking years because of the money printers. So myself, I decided to exit America. I'm going back to a place I called home for a while. Tokyo. Got an invitation from a friend to come over and live there. So I'm going to take him up on it. What am I going to do? Go live in fucking Santee or Barstow? Or pitch a tent in Death Valley? That's about what I can afford, given what's happened here because of the money printers. But even as expensive as Tokyo is. Fuck, I'd rather spend the money over there. At least you get to go around, eat some different food, have some good sushi, hang out with some people, and practice your Japanese. Konnichiwa. Ohayo gozaimasu. I actually do know a little Japanese other than how to say good evening and good morning, but I'm going to take a little practice. So that's my future. That's what comes after 13 years of stellar camaraderie and community. Community that would not quit, that would not abandon, that would never give up on itself until the money printers came in. Now they're going to turn this quaint sixplex, it's a sixplex, community of souls, commune of sorts. They're going to turn it into all glass. Oh, the faces of the buildings are going to be all glass, and we're going to put fireplaces over there, gas fireplaces over there and over there, and we're going to have marble seats. And there will be no regrets. It's called denial. It's this young woman with all her ambition. And however, she got the money to be doing this, to buy $2 million worth of property right here. I don't know. Inherited, made it, internet company, whatever. You'd like to think that at some point in her life she'll reflect and say, oops. But what good is that going to do? And in fact, I'm glad there are people like her out there. This life has been too easy. I've had too many friends that have experienced too much love and companionship here. It's time to go back out into the real world, get a little harsh, soak up some of the sadness and the travails and the troubles that the average man faces. But unfortunately, I'm going to Tokyo. And I've lived there. And yeah, you can surely find that there, but I doubt I'll find it. I'm going to be amongst a group of friends. I'm living for free. I've got a friend over there that just said, move in. So it's going to be quite an adventure. And we'll see what comes next. You never know. You never know.